started skateboarding in two aspects. It was like a holiday. Everyone was playing football outside and I wanted to play and I didn't get picked. I looked at everybody and I was like, all right. And it was a skateboard. So I started skateboarding then, but I didn't take it seriously. But that was, I remember the first time like, well, I'll do this while y'all play football, you know? And then when that was like maybe 9, and at 11, I actually was diagnosed with cancer, and I had cancer 2 times in my life. It was the second time. I had to take my chemo, and I felt like garbage, man. Like I was just, but I had to go skate. I wanted to be normal. I wanted to hang out with the dudes, and they just pushed me, you know? They were with me, but they can see I'm like, my skin's like turning yellow. Like I'm just completely sick. But I'm still trying to ollie manual, you know, learn. I was back then we were learning, so skating curves and stuff, and I just had to push. And I think I always thought to myself, I'm not going to be as good as everybody. Like I'm never going to get there. And then I was 11. By 16, I was in remission. I had been out of cancer, and I just passed all my friends, and they were just like, "How are you skating, bro? Like you're still like." Doing stuff, they would be dead. It'd be, you know, because it's 100 degrees outside and they're done. And I'm like, nah, I'm not done. And keep going and sessioning. And I had an older cousin who skated, and he was tired of seeing me just wasting away. And he was like, dude, you're coming skating with us. And he basically forced a board in my hand, and it was a maple with like D52 trucks. I progressed a lot further than I thought, and it was cool. It was the camaraderie. I never had skated with people, and having my friends with me, and those are the guys I ended up starting one of my companies with later on. And that brotherhood and the self-progression, and you know, the being able to learn and push myself really was just, that was who I was, you know. I felt it, and that was it. I skateboarded every day. Garcia, I'm the director of the Skateboard Foundation, one of the original founders. Started it in 2022, and the mission's just to give back through the love of skateboarding. It's given so much to us, and just want to give back to the people. From Corpus Christi, Texas, I've been skateboarding for 25 years. Skateboarding's been a huge part of my life. Changed my life, and it's the reason I'm where I'm at today. Decided to do a nonprofit last year, and just want to give back to everybody, you know, who's given to skateboarding, and the people who came before us and kind of paved the way, you know. I feel like we owe it to them to keep the culture alive and keep it going. From Phelps to Grosso, Phil Chow, Ian Milton, Keith Huffnagel, all those dudes inspired me, and I just want to like keep the culture going with everybody, and street skateboarding, vert skateboarding, you know, park, everything. It's the love of skateboarding to me is everything. You know, Bob Marley said, riches is life itself, and to me skateboarding gives me life, and that's all I need, and that's why I invested fully into this and want to make a difference, you know. I did a lot through my hometown, just events and bringing games of skate, bringing Ronnie Krager, Gershon Mosley, Mike B, just bringing pros and, you know, getting the kids psyched and trying to, my town really doesn't get a lot of stuff going through there, so I really try to give back, and that's the beginning of me really trying to give to a community. People at Jaquan just were family, bro. Like as soon as I showed up, they were like, good morning, they accept what's your name, you know, and it felt like home. So it just, I wanted to give back, you know, here, because this is what gave back to me my first time in Cali. I was doing about 3 events a year in my hometown, 2 games of skate, music event with a game of skating, and then a concert afterwards. Blocked off the street, threw some ramps in there, and did a contest on an aircraft carrier. That was insane, and definitely some good times. It was fun. So it was cool giving back. It got everybody's attention, but since skateboarding in Texas isn't as big as out here in California, planning on some stuff out here. Now with the Skateboard Foundation, we're gonna start bringing a lot of stuff. The aircraft carrier, I want to try to make it like a yearly event. We're gonna do a best trick on street, best trick on vert, and mega ramp, but you know, we'll see. Takes a lot to pull all that off, but definitely gonna do a best trick street contest, best trick vert, some bands and stuff. That's kind of the goal. As a nonprofit, everyone thinks you don't make any money, this and that, it's nonprofit, and that is the case, but we still have to pay for a stage, for sound, for the ramps, for the vert ramp, for the aircraft carrier itself. There's no ramp to get on top of the flight deck. We gotta forklift it onto an elevator, then the elevator goes up, and then we unload everything. And so there's a process to that. We got to hire guys to do all that. The financials in running a contest, it takes a lot, you know, and you want to give back on prize money to everybody, not just the winners. You want to give like 1 through 10 and let everybody take something home. And finding all that, finding people who want to donate that, and raising all that is a challenge for sure. And sometimes people have their own events and they don't want to support yours, and that's fine. But that's where we're different, and we want to create a place where it's for everybody, and we want to give back to their event. We want to give back to everyone's event, and not just hold our own. The people could do to help us is donating product or donating money, cash to the organization to put on these contests, or that helps not just us, it helps the whole community of skateboarding, not just in LA, not just in San Diego. We break it down to where we share it all over the country and all over the world. Like, the mission is just to share skateboarding. Like, there's no other part of it than that. And we do other stuff, you know. One of the co-founders of the Skateboard Foundation has a nonprofit, and he helps women and children in Ghana, and who have been, some of the kids were left in a box, you know, and now they have a home, they have a family, and we want to put a mini ramp there, and we got to build that mini ramp. And so we got to fly to Ghana, we got to do all that, and so raising that money, and I want to do stuff there, Jamaica, China, Japan. I want to go everywhere with this. To do Ghana, to just build a mini ramp, it's like organizing all that, getting the vehicle and transporting it to the house and making all that happen that's what takes 40,000. And it's not just that, we're going to provide meals and have a community thing with all the kids and bring in everyone, you know, and like give back on a scale like that with boards and helmets, pads, stuff like that. So, and that's another thing, the helmets and the pads, we don't make that, so, you know, protect, you know, somebody I want to throw in 187 kilo pad. Skateboard Foundation, skateboard. So we have those, and we'll be donating a lot of that stuff. But to make the complete, it'd be great to link with some companies, and that'll always help out. So right now, since the Skateboard Foundation's a little fresh, we're just gonna host small little events throughout the country and give back some skateboards. Just skate session with the community. After that, we're gonna start pushing into like middle schools, high schools, introduce them to skateboarding. Maybe get some high school students who skate already to teach the elementary school kids, you know, and keep those kids involved, and work with the ISDs, like law enforcement, maybe some of the kids in truancy, like can maybe keep them out of trouble and, you know, put them in the right direction instead of being in the streets doing something where they can get in trouble. So I think that's one of our main goals, is to kind of connect with the youth and introduce them to skateboarding if they don't know it, and if they do know it, give them a family in skateboarding, somewhere they can call home, and someone who believes in them, keep them pushing, give them a board. Sometimes some of these kids can't afford that stuff, so give them back. Let's do something positive, even if it's only to 30 people or 10 people. There's a reggae song that says, if one person remembers my name, I've made a change. And it's like, that's all that matters. I don't need to make sales, I don't need to make money. Just having that love of skateboarding with everybody, that's everything for me. The only thing you can't be is what you don't dream. If you have a dream, go for it. You only got one chance in life, go all the way and never stop pushing, just go for it. Well guys, I'm Josh with the Skateboard Foundation. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, I think, and the subscribe button. And anything helps, you can reach out to me, DM at the Skateboard Foundation on Instagram, or you can send me an email, josh@theskateboardfoundation.org. Much love.